Hello everyone, this is Hades at Hades Gaming, back today with another video playing some Call of Duty Black Ops 4, playing on the Bare Bones playlist, and playing Team Deathmatch. Microtransactions have been a plague in the Call of Duty community and pretty much every other game in general for a very, very long time. And it's about time that the United States started to do something about it, and Senator John Hawley is finally proposing a bill which will ban microtransactions, at least in the United States. Now this will affect the Call of Duty community in an immense way because microtransactions generally just piss people off. They cause a lot of toxicity within the Call of Duty community and in gaming communities in general. It's an example with Star Wars Battlefront 2, it's an example with Overwatch, example with Call of Duty, example with even Candy Crush on mobile. There's just a lot here that people are very, very pissed off about, and they're getting really tired of the shit that different developers are pulling, and considering the fact that Activision now owns King Studios, the people that created Candy Crush, they are actually, going to be affected in a massive way. Now let's start at the beginning with microtransactions. Microtransactions weren't as bad back in the days of Advanced Warfare. When you got Advanced Warfare, you had the ability to purchase supply drops, but you could always earn the weapons and the cosmetic items in general pretty quickly if you just played the game. Now within Black Ops 4 here, we have a system that is so fucked and so prostitution based, in my opinion. Like, it's just a sell for sex almost kind of thing. Right here it's just like, we don't want to pay for this shit. We shouldn't have to pay for this shit. If we have already invested our hard-earned money within the Call of Duty community and within the game itself, and buying the game and buying the extra gear and all that extra shit, like the accessories and all that shit, we don't need to be paying for cosmetic items. Cosmetic items should be earnable in the Call of Duty community, and it should not be as, predatory as it is right now within Black Ops 4. And the most shocking thing about it is that the developers just don't seem to care, because there's no rules or laws set in place to actually stop them from pulling some of this really predatory shit. And it's pissed off a lot of people. People don't usually watch Black Ops 4 videos. People don't usually pay attention much to Black Ops 4 because of the way that they implemented microtransactions and the sleight of hand that they pretty much pulled when they released Black Ops 4. When they released Black Ops 4, there was no microtransactions in the game. There was no major issues with this within the game. But as the months drew nearer and nearer after the reviews came out, they started to release microtransaction-based systems within the game that were just incredibly egregious. It was $1 for a single dot reticle within the game, and people were just like, why the fuck would I pay for something I've already used in other games? Why would I pay for a reticle? And then they started putting in weapons and extra shit. They always said it was cosmetic only, but then, they started to fuck with it, and, I would always love to earn guns, but I'm sure as hell not going to pay $30 for a fucking hammer. And this is something that is across all games. It's not just Call of Duty, and it's a good thing that they're finally doing something about this. The fact is that people spend enough of their time and money on video games. They don't need to spend any more money than they already have. People have bills to pay, people have kids to take care of, people have wives and husbands to support. And the fact is that this is just the most annoying thing, and probably the biggest reason that people don't really pay too much attention to Black Ops 4 and its news cycle and everything like that. I don't even have half the achievements in this game because I don't play it that much. The fact is that everyone who watches my videos, every single one of you can agree that microtransactions definitely need to go, and they're banned in several other countries. Actually, some of the countries actually have probability factors involved for those who actually have microtransactions in their games. Now, Activision is in a lot of trouble here. They are going to get fucked hard by this whole concept. They are going to get completely destroyed, and their whole system is going to turn on its head. Now, here's the thing. The bill will affect the consumers in a very positive way, but it will affect the developers in a negative way. In a way, I guess the developers, at least in my mind, will probably take revenge on the fact that they can't put microtransactions in the system by making their games at least 10 times more the price than it is now. And that's the sad thing, because developers are so greedy, and they just don't think about the consumer enough. I understand making your game a little bit more pricey if the development takes longer and it takes better assets, better engines, better graphics, better GPUs, CPUs, whatever you want to call it. I get that. But at the same time, you need to understand that this is not the way you should be doing things. You should not be doing things this way to fuck the people that are literally feeding you. We are the ones paying your salaries, and that's just the truth of the matter. And, with this bill coming out, seriously, this guy's a savior. If he actually passes this bill, people will actually start to play the Call of Duty games a little bit more and more, and that's what's ultimately important. We want this community to grow again because Fortnite is growing faster, PUBG is and you know, with other games like Apex Legends and Battlefield and all that shit, Activision cannot afford to fuck over the consumer more. They just can't do that. And maybe this will serve as a warning that people are tired of this shit. Maybe it never gets passed, but at least it came close. Like with the swatting incident with Tyler Barris. He got thrown in jail after so many different SWAT attempts that, you know, now he's still fucking bragging about it. The point is that this sociopathic tendencies that these developers have, these terrible ideas that they have, are really only hurting them and us. They're not helping themselves here. People who have a ridiculously amount of high income, sure, they can spend $30 on a hammer, but those people who are in the middle class or in the lower class that play this game, they can't afford this shit. They already invested in it. Why should they have to invest even more for stupid cosmetic items? Call of Duty used to be one of the most wonderful games in the world to me, and with this year's Call of Duty, much like everybody else, I'm not exactly a big fan of it. Now, I love the Bare Bones playlist in this game, but I will not buy microtransactions, and I don't think anybody should. I don't think you should be forced to. And the biggest thing is that when you actually develop these games, they go and they think, let's make these games harder without microtransactions. They're gonna get you to buy something eventually. That's their mindset, because the levels or the game will just get harder. As an example, like Candy Crush, it'll just get harder. Now here's the thing, within Black Ops 4, thank God we don't have that. But the thing is that if you want to be the cool kid in the community, I can't believe I'm saying that, you have to have all the latest weapons, you have to have all the tiers unlocked, all the skins, all the dabbing emotions. Like, it's just so fucking stupid, guys. At the end of the day, I really hope that this bill gets passed, and I hope that everybody understands, and this sets an example for the rest of the world that we will not tolerate this shit. We pay your checks, so knock off the bullshit, and we'll all be good. Your community will build again, and people will start playing your games. Anyway, guys, that's all I really have to say today. I'm really hoping that this bill gets passed, and I'm hoping everybody has enjoyed the gameplay and really understood some of the talking points I've left out. Anyway, guys, this is Hades Gaming signing off. Please like the video, comment, and subscribe with your opinions on microtransactions down below. And yeah, that's it, guys. Have a good one.